At exactly 7:14 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time, 31,000 feet above Ireland's off coast, a huge explosion rocks its skies. Flaming debris rains down like shooting stars into the Shannon Air Traffic Control. A plane has just vanished from its radar. What exactly is going on? And this is the story of Air India Flight 182. Air India Flight 182 was a scheduled international passengers flight from Toronto Pearson International Airport as Flight 181 to Sahar International Airport in Mumbai. The aircraft flying was Boeing 747-237 Bravo, named as Emperor Kanishka. First flew on 19th of June 1978, delivered to Air India on July 1978, registered as Victor Tango Echo France Oscar, IATA flight number Alpha India 182, ICAO flight number Alpha India Charlie 182, with the call sign Air India 182. But before I continue, this is a brief history that led to this catastrophic event. It all began in Punjab, India in the 15th century, during which a community called Sikh had a militia group called Baba Khalsa. And this militia group had only one ultimate goal to the Indian government: to make Punjab an independent state for the Sikh community, which never happened. Later in 1984, Indian troops under the order of Indian Prime Minister Indira Gandhi assassinated Sikh militia leaders inside Golden Temple in Punjab, and later the Prime Minister was assassinated by her 2 Sikh bodyguards in retaliation. Later in 1985 in Canada, terrorists from Baba Khalsa militia group organized 2 terrorist attacks on 2 Air Indian flights. Their main objective was to make Indian government make Punjab independent state for the Sikh communities. The 2 Air Indian flights were Air India Flight 181/182 and Air India Flight 301, departing from Tokyo via Bangkok to Delhi. 20th June 1985, Canada, Vancouver International Airport. 2 check-ins were made under the name of MSI and LSI at different times. But before that, at 6:30 a.m., an identified man calling himself Majid Sai, who will later check in as M. Sai, called to confirm for his reservation on Air India Flight 181/182 from Toronto to Mumbai. And he was told he was still waitlisted and he was given another alternative, but he declined. Later at 8:50 a.m., M. Sai checked in and he was ticketed on Canadian Pacific Flight 60, which was departing at 9 a.m. from Vancouver International Airport to Toronto. MSI told the agent, "Make sure that my luggage is transferred to Air India Flight 181, then to Air India Flight 182. Agent replied by saying, "Now that your seat in Air India Flight 181 and Air India Flight 182 is not yet confirmed, we are not supposed to check your luggage through." MSI replied by telling the agent, "Wait, I will call my brother for you." Then later, the agent agreed to transfer the luggage from Air India Flight 181 then to Air India Flight 182. And in this bag belonging to MSI, it was the first bomb intended to destroy Air India Flight 182. Few minutes later, the same agent accepted the check-in of a passenger ticketed as L. Sai for Canadian Pacific Flight 003 from Vancouver International Airport to Tokyo, with a confirmed connection to Air India Flight 301 to Delhi. And in his suitcase, it was the second bomb intended to destroy Air India Flight 301 while in mid-air to Delhi. At exactly 9 a.m., Flight 60 lifted off the runway with MSI luggage to Toronto, and a few hours later, Flight 003 departed to Tokyo with LSI luggage. Canadian Pacific Flight 003, upon reaching Tokyo, as the luggage was being transferred to Narita International Airport, it exploded, killing 2 baggage handlers in Japan. And the first mission has just failed. Flight 301 is safe. On the other hand, Canadian Pacific Flight 60 has just landed in Toronto International Airport, and the transfer of MSI luggage to Flight 181 has gone successfully. 22nd June 1985. Air India Flight 181 has started its long flight to Mumbai, with the first stopover in Montreal International Airport, and in the cargo area is MC luggage with the second bomb. The flight arrived in Montreal Mirabel International Airport and it became Air India Flight 182. 23rd June 1985, Air India Flight 182 was cleared for takeoff to London Heathrow, its second stopover. In this flight, Narendra, 56 years old, is the captain. His first officer is Satwinder, 41 years old, and the flight engineer is Dara, 57 years old. On board are 307 passengers and 22 crew members, adding to a total of 329 souls on board. At 7 hours 9 minutes and 58 seconds, Air India Flight 182 crew squawked 2005, a routine activation of their transponders as requested by Shannon ATC, and 5 minutes later it disappeared from the radar. At 31,000 feet, a bomb hidden in MC luggage has just exploded. The aircraft debris dropped and sank 2,000 meters deep southwest of Irish coast. All the lives on board are lost.